Hello, good morning. Now we are going to discuss distance and displacement. These two are most important concern national level entrance examination. But a critical point of view, they will ask different questions. First we will discuss what is distance. What is distance? Let us consider this particular picture. A particle moves from A to B to C to D to E. That means a particle moves from A, B, C, D. This is a path of the particles. The distance between A and B is 1 meter. The same manner, each interval is 1 meter. That means the total path covered by the distance, total path covered by the total path covered by the object is called distance. Are you able to understand? Total path covered by the object is called distance. That means here 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. That means 4 meter. That's the distance is 4 meter. That means distance is 4 meter. That is 1 meter, 1 meter plus 1 meter plus 1 meter plus 1 meter, that is a 4 meter. Okay, what's the displacement? What's the displacement? Displacement is the distance between starting point and end point. Maybe the path may be in this direction. This is the starting point, this is the end point. The distance between starting and end, the connected straight line, the shortest route is called displacement. Here the shortest route, that is AC, that is AE, that's the shortest route, is 3 meter. Here the displacement, that is displacement is 3 meter. Okay, are you able to understand? Distance and displacement. Distance, next one more part, that is when distance is equal to displacement. When distance equal to displacement. When distance equal to displacement. Okay. For example, distance is equal to, that is distance must be that is displacement is less than or equal to distance. Displacement is less than or equal to displacement. This is the condition. When this is equal to, that's a question. Next one, distance is equal to displacement. When? If it is a straight line, then this is equal. If it is a straight line, it is equal. Let us consider this particular diagram. The particles moves from A to B. That's equal intervals, that is 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter each. The total meter covered is 4 meter. Here the distance is 4 meter. Displacement starting point, end point. The distance between the starting and end point is also 4 meter. The total distance here is equal to total displacement. The distance is equal to displacement only if it is a straight line. Next, we will find distance and displacement in the following pictures. Let us consider a particle from A to B and B to C. Again it return back to B. From A to B, B to C, then C to B. That's a object moves from A to B, B to C, and C to B. This is a picture mentioning in this movement they asked to find the value of distance and displacement. First you find the distance. First to find the distance. Distance means what? Already you know. The total distance covered by the object is called distance. Let us consider the first part. This is AB plus BC plus CB. This is the total distance covered by the object. Actually, you know the value, that is AB is 2 meter, BC is 3 meter, again it travels 3 meters, BC 3 meters, CB 3 meters, then total, that's a distance, that is 8 meters. That is the total distance covered here. Then they asked to find the value of displacement. In this particular diagram. Here the displacement is the shortest distance between, that is a starting point and end point. Distance between starting point and end point, that is AB is the displacement. That is a starting point, this is a starting point, this is end point. Distance between starting point and end point, that is AB, that's a displacement here. That is a displacement here, you know, that is 2 meter is the displacement for this particular diagram. The same manner we will discuss another diagram here. There is an object which is moving in a circular path of radius r. It starts from A and B reaches C, again D, then again it reaches the same positions, that is A, it is mentioned E. That's again reaches the same point. The particle starts here and return back the same path. That means that object moves in a circular path of radius capital R. Its starting point is A and the ending point is E. That means here E is nothing but A. The starting point is also same. The same path. It reaches the same point. Here find the distance. Here you find the distance. Distance means what? Total distance, total path covered by the object. Total path covered by the object. What's the total path covered by the object here? starting here, this is the ending point. Again, this is the total path. Here is circumference of the circle. Circumference of circle. What's the circumference of the circle? That is 2 pi capital R is the distance travelled by the object. Distance travelled by the object. Okay, next question. What is the displacement? What is the displacement here? Displacement means in this diagram, the starting point and end point same. It starts here and ends here. The distance between starting point and end point is 0. Then 0 is the displacement, 2 by r is the distance covered by the object in a circular path. In the same manner, you consider again this is circular path of radius capital R. That object moves from A to B, then C, D, again reaches the point A. That is, it's moving in a circular path. No? Now the object moves from A to B alone. From A to B alone. That is A to B alone. That object reaches the point here. From A to B. Object moves from A to B in a circular path of radius capital R. Find the distance here. Find the distance here. Find the distance here. Here distance means this particular path is the distance. That is AB is the distance. AB is the distance. AB is the distance. What is AB? That is the circumference. AB. Circumference of circle divided by 4, isn't it? 1/4 of this value. The whole circle is circumference. This is quarter, this is quarter, this quarter, this quarter. This is 1/4 of this distance is 1/4 of this distance is called the distance covered. That means the circumference by 4. Circumference you know already. That is 2 pi r is the circumference by 4. That is, this can be written pi r by 2 is the distance concerned this particular diagram. Distance covered. That is a distance covered. Yes, what's the displacement? What's the displacement? Displacement. How do you find the displacement here? Here, displacement. To find displacement here, this is the starting point, this is ending point. The distance between starting and ending point, distance between the starting and ending point is called displacement. This is called displacement. This is called displacement. A to B. That's the shortest distance. Displacement. Now you find that this is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. This is value R. This also R. Apply the Pythagoras theorem. Apply the Pythagoras theorem. That is x square is equal to r square plus r square. Then this can be written as x square is equal to r square plus r square. That is 2r square. Then x is nothing but under square root of capital R square getting cancelled. Under square root, if you take the square root, R square becomes R, 2 becomes square root of 2. That is x, that is a displacement x is equal to root 2 R concern this particular diagram. In the same manner, you consider another diagram, the same circular path, that an object is moving in a circular path of radius capital R. It moves from A to B and C, and the C is the final point. There's a question is given here. The object moves in a circular path of radius capital R. It starts from A and ends at C. That means in the diagram, starting point, this is the starting point, ending point, this is the ending point. Then now you find the distance. Distance means, so total path covered. This is the, here, this is a section. Half of this circle is in circumference. Circumference of circle divided by 2. That's half of the circle. That is what? 2 pi r, that is the circumference of the circle, by 2. It becomes pi into r. This is the distance covered by the object from A to C. From A to C. Then you find the displacement. Here this is the starting point. This is the ending point. The distance between starting and ending point, maybe this is the center, let us consider O. The distance between starting point and end point is called displacement. Here the displacement is, we can write the displacement AOB, isn't it? AOB, that is AOB, that's the distance is called, this particular length is called displacement. Starting point, this is the ending point, and this is called displacement. Here this is the displacement OAB. What's the OAB? OAB is the diameter of the circle is, this is R, this is R, that is 2R. Here this is 2R. 2R is the diameter. Diameter of the circle. Actually, these are different types of questions were asked previously in the entrance examinations. Just go through this particular video, comment comments these videos, and subscribe these videos to get more informations, and make in contact with this channel. Subscribe please. Thank you very much. Thank you.